1984, the FBI received a tip about a drug deal involving a pirate, so they traveled to Pittsburgh to interview some of the players. Among the first people they spoke with was the pitcher for whom Shiffman and Koch had provided the most cocaine, Rod Scurry.
At the conclusion of that interview, we had a list of the drug dealers and a list of the professional baseball players to whom they were selling cocaine.
Wells Morrison was the FBI special agent who conducted the interview.
And every ball player that we spoke with identified additional ball players who were also using cocaine.
Some agents met me getting off the plane, said, well, you know, we know everything that we need to know.
Were you surprised at how much they knew?
Yeah, I was really shocked.
Through those interviews, the FBI learned that the cocaine issue in baseball was much bigger than just the locker room deals in Pittsburgh. There was a network of dealers providing cocaine for some of the biggest names in Major League Baseball. The FBI's next move was to see if, in exchange for immunity, the city's most popular parrot would sing.
My partner and I approached the pirate parrot and solicited his cooperation in our investigation, and he agreed to assist us up to and including where he would make a controlled drug purchase from Dale Shiffman.
So they told you, look, we want you to wear a wire, and you go, what, like in the movies?
Pretty much. Pretty much. I looked around, I said, when's Al Pacino coming in? But I'm thinking to myself, I'm trying to grasp for that straw to save my job, to do whatever I can do.
But he was also your best friend, Kevin.
Yeah, I know. But he knew he was in deep. It was getting late in the game.
Set up by his best friend, Shiffman was taken in by the FBI in May of 1985. His arrest, along with 5 other local dealers, triggered a national drama as baseball's dirty little secret became a public scandal.
Another big league drug scandal appears to be taking shape.
During the ensuing trials, baseball fans all over the country heard graphic testimony from a virtual all-star team of players. Dave Parker, Lonnie Smith, and Keith Hernandez, among others, were given immunity from prosecution. In return, they spoke openly in court about not only using cocaine themselves, but named who they did it with and where they got it from. Some even telling stories of buying drugs in ballpark bathroom stalls.
The trial had some of the drama of a tense ball game.
In all, a total of 21 players were implicated, but none served even a day in prison. After simply paying a fine, agreeing to random testing, and doing some public service, not a one would even miss a single game as punishment. In fact, in his first game back after testifying, Keith Hernandez returned to New York and was given a standing ovation.
I couldn't believe it. I'm like, the guy goes in front of a grand jury and rats people out and they give him a standing ovation? I don't understand that.
Dale Shiffman wasn't nearly as lucky. Prosecuted with the tape from the wire worn by his best friend, Shiffman was charged with 111 counts of trafficking cocaine and ultimately sentenced to 12 years in prison. How bitter are you, Dale, that you went down and the ball players took a pass?
It hacks me off. I mean, I still view it as I wasn't doing anything a whole lot different than them. But why were they given the chance to have full immunity, to walk, and then to continue playing? You guys go to jail. You guys, bad boys, go play baseball.
When was the next time you saw Kevin after that? Did you ever see him during this whole process after
Never.
that? Never?
Never.
Did you ever hear from him during this whole
Never.
process? Didn't get a letter from him, a note,
No.
a message, nothing.
Nothing.
No explanation of why he did, how he was pressured to, how he felt about it, nothing.
Nothing.
While Shiffman was suffering in prison, Kevin Koch was living through his own version of hell. Fired by the Pirates, he went from a popular parrot to a public pariah and stewed in guilt for betraying his best friend.
I felt like Judas. Just unreal.
Koch began drinking heavily and ultimately fled Pittsburgh to start a new life in California. But things didn't get much better for him until 1993. That was when Shiffman was released from prison after serving just 2 years of his sentence. It was then that Shiffman, who says he had found God, found room in his heart to forgive his best friend.
I remember tears just running down his face. He was weeping like I've not heard anyone cry, and he just said, I'd give my life to undo what I did to you.
He said you wept like a baby.
Yeah. Yeah.
For yourself or for him?
Just of the compassion alone that he had. It gets me now.
Because he forgave you?
Yeah.
Shock you?
Yeah.
Is he a much different guy?
Completely. I'm sorry.
What's up, man?
When we brought Dale with us to California, Koch and Shiffman hadn't seen each other since the night Dale forgave Kevin 13 years ago.
You remember this?
Oh man, huh?
Wow. How many years?
Oh, God, too many. To see him walk through the door again.
Yeah, that was amazing.
It's, you know, pieces of my heart that were broken from what had happened. I feel so good. I feel good.
No longer in contact with any of their one-time friends in baseball, both Shiffman and Koch have steered clear of trouble and now have steady jobs. Their days of high times in baseball are now but a memory, one that time just won't let them forget.
I remember picking up a baseball history book one day and flipping through it and seeing myself in there and your name. Yeah, it was the biggest
drug scandal
in baseball
in
history.
Baseball, yeah. And we were right up to our necks in the middle of it.
Although not one single player ever missed a game for his role in baseball's cocaine scandal, there were residual consequences for those Pittsburgh Pirates noted in our story. Dave Parker has Hall of Fame type numbers, but he feels his cocaine admission has poisoned the voters against him. Dale Berra became a part-time player after the trials and was out of the game within 2 years. As for pitcher Rod Scurry, the player closest to Shiffman and Koch, he battled his cocaine addiction after his career ended and ultimately died from a drug-related incident in 1992.